The coordinates of the vertices of a triangle ABC are given to us. We need to find out the equation of the altitudes of the triangle. So let's try to understand the problem graphically first. So here we have a triangle ABC. The coordinates of the vertices are given to us. So A has the coordinates 2, -2. B has the coordinates 1, 1. C has the coordinates -1, 0. Fine. Now, we have to find out the equation of the altitude. Altitude means from A, we're going to drop a perpendicular on the side BC. So here, let's call it AD. AD is going to be the altitude of that particular triangle. That means AD is going to be perpendicular to BC. Similarly, we're going to drop another perpendicular from B on the side AC. So let's call it BE. So BE is the altitude on AC. Then we see F, which is dropped on AB. So CF is going to be perpendicular to the side AB. Our goal will be to determine the equation of the equation of the altitudes AD, BE, and CF. Now, in order to find out the equation of a line, we are going to use the point slope form. The point slope form of a line states that, let's say we have a point x1, y1. These are the coordinates of that particular point. And through this point, we have a line that passes. And also, the slope of that line is given to us. Then, using only these two information, we can define the equation of the line as y minus y1 equals to the slope times x minus x1. Now, let's say we start by finding out the equation of AD. So here, this particular line AD has passing through a point A. A has the coordinates 2, -2. If we can find out the slope of line AD, then we can use the point slope form to find out the equation of the altitude AD. So let's do that. So how do we find out the slope of line AD? To find out the slope of line AD, we'll first begin by finding out the slope of line BC. This will become evident in a moment why we are choosing to find out the slope of line BC first. So slope of line BC, so let's call it M1. So this will be equals to the difference of the y coordinate. So we need y2 minus y1 divided by the difference of the x coordinate x2 minus x1. So here, do not get confused with this x1 y1. These are just random points that we're choosing. So here x1 y1 corresponds to point B and x2 y2 corresponds to point C. So this is going to help us obtain the slope of line BC. So that's going to be, we will take y2, which is the y coordinate of C. From here, we're going to subtract the y coordinate of point B, that's 1. So we have 0 minus 1 in the numerator. Divided by x2 minus x1. So here we'll take the difference -1 minus 1, which will be equals to -1 over -2. Or we can say that the slope of line BC is going to be 1/2. Now, the reason why we first obtain the slope of line BC, because here BC is perpendicular to line AD. And we know for a fact that two lines that are perpendicular to each other, then the product of their slope must be equals to -1. So let's say, let the slope of our line segment AD. So let's say this is given by M2. Then, by definition, we can say the product of the slope of BC to then the product and M2, which is the slope of AD, that must be equals to -1. Since we know the value of M1, which is half, so half times M2 will be equals to -1, or we can say that M2 equals to -2. So now we have slope of line AD as well. So we have slope of line AD, we have the point through which that line AD passes. So now we are ready to find out the equation of the line AD using the point slope form. So equation of line AD, so that will be given by, so here we have y minus y1. So y1 will correspond to the y coordinates of point A. So that's going to be -2. This will be equals to the slope of line AD. We have obtained that that's -2. So -2 multiplied to it will be x minus x1. So what's x1? That's the x coordinate of point A. So that's simply 2. So we have obtained the equation of the line. So let's further simplify this to get y plus 2 equals to -2x plus 4. Or we can say we have 2x plus y equals to 2. So this is going to be the equation of the altitude AD. Similarly, we can find out the equation of the other two altitudes BE and CF. So let's do that as well. So let's find out the slope of line AC. So that will be, we're going to denote it by, let's denote it by M3 then. So M3 will be equals to So we need the difference of the y coordinate. So let's do a minus c. So we will do negative 2 minus 0 divided by 2 minus negative 1. That's the difference of the x coordinate in the denominator. Now we have negative 2 divided by 2 minus negative 1 is simply 3. The slope of line AC, that's negative 2 over 3. We're going to assume that let the slope of the altitude BE, let it be given by M4. Now we know for a fact that the product of the two slopes M3 times M4, that's going to be equals to negative 1. So we have M3, that's negative 2 over 3. This is multiplied to M4 to get negative 1. So this implies that M4 must be equals to 3 over 2. So now we have slope of the line B, or slope of the altitude BE. Now this particular altitude passes through the point B with coordinates 1, 1. So equation of the altitude BE, so this will be y minus y1. So y1 will correspond to the y coordinate of B. So that's 1 equals to the slope 3 over 2 multiplied to x minus the x coordinate of point B, which is 1. Okay, let's further simplify. We're going to first multiply throughout by 2. So we get 2y minus 2. This will be equals to 3x minus 3. So rearranging the terms, we get 3x minus 2y equals to 1. So this is going to be the equation of the altitude BE. Fine. Now we will find out the equation of the third altitude CF. So we'll first obtain the slope of AB. We're going to denote it by M4. So that will be equals to 1 minus negative 2. So here we are doing B minus A divided by 1 minus 2. So this will be equals to 3 over 1 negative 1, or we can simply say that slope of AB is going to be negative 3. We're going to suppose that let the slope of the altitude, which is CF, we have already chosen M5. So here we will choose slope of AB as M5 and slope of CF as M6. Now we were going to use the fact that M5 multiplied to M6, that will be equals to negative 1. And we have M5 given by negative 3. So negative 3 multiplied to M6 as negative 1. Or we can say M6 comes out to be 1 over 3. So this is going to be the slope of the altitude CF. So finally, we can say that the equation of altitude CF, so this will be y minus y1. So y1 will be nothing but the point y coordinate of point C. So that's 0 equals to the slope 1 over 3. So that's the slope of CF. This will be multiplied to x minus x1. So here x1 corresponds to negative 1. So we have x plus 1. So we are going to get 3y equals to x plus 1. Or we can say x minus 3y plus 1 equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of the altitude CF. So this is how we can obtain the equation of the altitude of a triangle whose coordinates A, B and C were given to us.